What is up, guys? My name is Rob Donaldson, and today we are back with episode number 75 of Rob's Best Bets for the date of February 18th, 2023. And as always, you can find me on Twitter at RobDFB. And if you want more content like this in the future, please hit that like and subscribe button because it really does help out a ton. And as usual on the weekends, there won't be any recap for Friday or Saturday, just because I have to record these videos before all of the games have gone final. That said, expect a full weekend recap on Monday's video for Friday and Saturday and Sunday. And also at any point this weekend, if there is not a video post, head on over to Twitter or the community tab on this YouTube channel, and I will have the full slate of picks for you guys on there. That said, we have another loaded Saturday slate of college basketball with 140 plus games being played on Saturday, and we are going to have 14 picks for this slate on this episode, so let's jump right into this video. Alright, for our first pick of the day, we are heading over to the A10, where we have a matchup between Rhode Island and UMass, and UMass has been ravaged by injuries all season long, and they have just not found a rhythm in conference play, and Rhode Island is playing some really great basketball as of late, despite what the record actually shows, and for that reason, I say we lay the 5 points with Rhode Island here at home for 2 units for our first play of the day. For our second bet of the day, we are heading over to the ACC, where we have a fun matchup between Miami and Wake Forest, and this Wake Forest team has been tough to put away this season, regardless of the venue they're playing in, and I think they're capable of making this a ball game, so let's take Wake Forest here, getting the 7 points on the road for 2 units for our second play of the day. For pick number 3, we are heading out to the Big West, where we have Hawaii taking on Long Beach State, and Hawaii away from the island is just never the same Hawaii team that we're used to seeing, and Long Beach has been really playing some great ball as of late, so let's take a stab here with Long Beach laying the 2 points at home for 2 units for our third pick of the day. For pick number 4, we are heading down to the Big 12, where we have Oklahoma State taking on TCU. And listen, Mike Miles is in fact back for TCU in this game, which is obviously huge moving forward, but what we know is that it does take some time to get acclimated back into the lineup when you have gone on a multi-week hiatus, and with Eddie Lampkin still a bit hobbled, I think we're getting great value here with Oklahoma State, so let's take the 5 points with the Cowboys for 2 units, and for an additional unit, let's sprinkle the money line here as well. For pick number 5, we are heading over to the WCC, where we have Santa Clara taking on Portland, and Portland is one of those teams this year that is a lot better than what their record would suggest, and this is an odd line to begin with Santa Clara coming off of a big road win against BYU, so let's take a stab here with Portland getting the 2.5 points at home for 2 units, and for an additional unit, let's sprinkle the money line here as well. For pick number 6, we are heading over to the SoCon, where we have Mercer taking on Western Carolina, and this is a down year for the Mercer Bears, but Mercer has still found a way to perform well in spots this season, and this is another spot where they can pull out a win, so let's take Mercer here, laying the 3.5 points at home for 3 units for our 6th pick of the day. For pick number 7, we are headed back to the ACC, where we have Pittsburgh taking on Virginia Tech, and Virginia Tech has been a massive disappointment this season because there's a lot of talent on that roster, but they just haven't put together, and they've been dropping games that they should be winning. And that said, I do think they match up well with Pitt here, and I think we're getting really good value because of those struggles, so let's lay the 4 points with the Hokies for our 7th pick of the day. For pick number 8, we're heading over to the MAC, where we have Bowling Green taking on Toledo. And listen, Bowling Green has been dreadful against the spread this season, but there comes a point where odds makers over-adjust lines to catch people kind of throwing out half-baked bets, and this is a weird line as it currently stands because you would think Toledo would be laying more, and I think this could be a ball game with Bowling Green, so let's take the 8 points with Bowling Green for 3 units, and for an additional unit, let's actually sprinkle the money line here as well. For pick number 9, we are heading over to the WAC, where we have Sam Houston State taking on Tarleton State, and Tarleton State has been one of our darlings all year long, because of how they can force turnovers, how often they get to the free throw line, and they are going up against a team that has really struggled handling the ball well and also allows a lot of free throws. I really like Tarleton to have a shot here as a live dog, so let's take them, getting the 2.5 points for 3 units, and for an extra unit, let's sprinkle the money line here as well. For pick number 10, we are heading down to the SEC, where we have Kentucky taking on Tennessee, and Kentucky has been up and down all year long, but sometimes when you are as talented as they are, you kind of need to see the bottom and get humbled before you start playing your best ball, and this team still has plenty to play for, and they might be getting healthier in this game as well, with Severe Wheeler and CJ Frederick being game time decisions. So let's take a stab here with Kentucky, getting the 3 points at home for 3 units, and for an additional unit, let's sprinkle the money line here as well. For pick number 11, we are heading over to the Sun Belt, where we have James Madison taking on Louisiana in one of my favorite games of the entire day. And listen, James Madison has been another tough team to figure out this year, but they are a really good team, and at home, in a play-up spot, with serious conference ramifications on the line, I think we see them play their best ball of the year. So let's take them laying the 3 points at home for 4 units for our 11th play of the day. For pick number 12, we're heading over to the Horizon League, where we have Robert Morris taking on Milwaukee. And this Milwaukee team, in my opinion, has been overperforming all season long and is finally starting to catch up with them in recent weeks. And I really like Robert Morris, and in fact, I think they're the better team. So let's take them here, laying the 2.5 points at home for 4 units for our 12th pick of the day. For pick number 13, we are heading over to the CAA, where we have Delaware taking on UNC Wilmington, and for the same reason we took Drexel the other day, Wilmington has looked a little bit flat lately, and it's been causing them to get in these tight ball games against inferior opponents on paper. That said, Delaware has some guys who can really play, and I think this could be a potential runaway spot for the Blue Hens, so let's take them here on the money line in a pick'em spot for 4 units for our 13th pick of the day. Alright, for our final pick of the day, we are heading back down to the A10, where we have VCU taking on Fordham, and you might be surprised by this line of VCU -8, but let me tell you, this Fordham team as of late has been overperforming, and VCU is due to really lay down the hammer in a spot at home, and I think this is it. So let's take VCU, laying the 8 points for 4 units for our final play of the day. All that being said, I want to thank all of you for checking out today's video, and if you want to show some love, head over to Twitter and drop a follow at RobDFB, and you can also drop a like in this video, you can subscribe to the channel, you can comment down below, and as always y'all, I will see you in a future video. Take it easy.